And once again, for the last time this week, good morning to everyone, and welcome to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. We have graduated to the next game on our list after a win by Eisenhower over Rockford East, 53-43. So Eisenhower finishes in 13th place. Rockford East down to 14th place. The game in the auxiliary gym, the only game in the auxiliary gym today, is over, and that saw McClure North down Oakville 63-37. So McClure, they finish in 15th place, and for the second year in a row, Oakville finishes in last place in this tournament. Now we move on to the game, which will be a battle for the 11th place spot. Loser will get 12th place, obviously, and this one is between Mundelein and Collierville, Tennessee. Mundelein comes in at 6-9. Collierville, Tennessee comes in at 12-7. Before we get to that, though, we need to say a very big congratulations to one Tishawn Clemens, who with 3 steals in that game for Eisenhower over Rockford East, breaks a record here at the tournament in steals in one tournament that has been in the books since 1987. Zach, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, it's a long time there. Yeah, congratulations to Sean Clemens, breaking the record set by Rennie Clemens of Springfield Calvary way back in the day, just the 4th year that the tournament was held, back in '87. We'll see how long it lasts. There's a possibility that it may not even last the rest of the day. Rennie Harris isn't too far away from him either. Yeah,
and Rennie Harris and company will have a tough time at that as they get ready to take on Lincoln, and Lincoln doesn't allow that many steals because they have such great ball control. So we wish Rennie Harris luck, but for right now, that record belongs to Tishawn Clemens.
Yep. Getting ready for this 11th place game. Should be kind of a fun one. We've seen the leading scorer in the tournament so far, Derek Bishop from Mundelein, and Collierville seeing what they can do. Had maybe a bit of a disappointing tournament for them, but looking to get back to 500 and then make the 4.5, 5-hour trek back to the suburban Memphis home.
I wonder if Rockford East and Decatur Eisenhower are just going to load up on the bus and get out of here. I would think if you're going to win
I could see Eisenhower sticking around for a little while. It's 2 hours or so.
Yeah.
I think Rockford.
That's a long wait, though, to wait to see if one of your guys made the all-tournament team.
I don't know if they're going to stick around that long, but they may stick around to watch a little bit more basketball before they make the trek back to Macon County.
Yeah. All right, well, we got a game here for you. As I mentioned, 12-7 Collierville against 6-9 Mundelein. And Mundelein, hard to believe that's who Collinsville beat in the championship game in 2019. Since then, they have not stayed on the main floor very long.
No, it's they've had a little bit of their struggles, but able to see what they're going to be able to do here as we've got the starting lineups being introduced here for Collierville.
Collierville will trot out onto the floor. Avery McKinnon, Webb Thomas, Dallas Berkeley, Elijah Lucier, and Caleb Davis. For Mundelein, they will bring out Evan Salvador, Derek Bishop, Vinny Rogalowski, Nathan Hoff, and Caden Meinhardt.
Yeah, it should be kind of interesting. Collierville going with a big lineup. They got all 5 starters at 6 foot or taller. Lucier at 6'9" and Davis at 6'10". That's a lot of size for Mundelein to try and manage because they don't have a ton of it.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised that Carbondale handed them a 62-41 loss yesterday in that consolation semifinal, but that's where they ended up, and that's why they're ending up in this 11th place game. And they will be out there. The Collierville Dragons will be in the maroon uniforms. They are trimmed in white, numbers in white on the fronts and the backs, and they have the word Collierville written across the tops of those numbers on the front. Mundelein, they are the home team here for this contest, and they have the red and white uniforms. Got a little black trim right around the shoulders. Numbers on the fronts and the backs of their jerseys are in red, and they have the word Mustangs across the tops of their jerseys over those numbers. We are just about ready to go. Got a couple of tall kids standing there at center court, man. That's some height.
Yeah. Davis at 6'10", and then they got 30. That's Hoff jumping center, and he's probably, I don't know, 6'2", 6'3", so not
They're very
small.
tall.
Yeah,
They're a lot taller than me, but I'm
Yeah.
a short guy anyway.
Yep.
All right, so Collierville with the ball first into the paint. Nice move there by Caleb Davis. Almost lost the ball. He's the one out there wearing the mask. And we have a jump ball called, and the Mustangs will now get the ball to start this game off with.
Yeah, kind of interesting. Full court man-to-man pressure looks like from the Dragons as we get our all-tournament ballots.
All tournament ballots handed out a little early here today.
Yeah,
Appreciate that there.
Thank you, Clay Smith.
Mr. Clay Smith, athletic director here at Collinsville, been very busy these few days. I guarantee you tomorrow he's going to start working on next year's tournament.
Yeah, it's
Well, maybe not tomorrow, probably Monday.
yeah, pretty soon. From what I've from everything I've heard about, this tournament and any other, you're going to run a big holiday tournament. It is a 12-month effort making sure everything runs smoothly. Probably the biggest event that we put on here at Collinsville.
I interviewed Clay Smith during my pregame show in the last regular season game, Collinsville versus Mater Dei. There's an air ball. Doesn't matter if he saves it or not because it didn't hit the rim, so the shot clock would have caused the turnover anyway. But he already told me during that pregame interview last Thursday that he's already started to work on next year's tournament. So that endeavor is already underway. I'm sure it's not, big yet, but it's in the works.
Yep. Keshav Chandramouli will come in quickly as Bishop comes off and going to go over and get checked out by Amanda Bauer. Not sure what happened. Looks like he's mostly okay.
There is Davis with the ball, shoves it into the corner for Thomas. Out back onto the wing now for Berkeley. Berkeley will send it back over to Thomas, and Thomas threads the needle, and off the side of the backboard, Elijah Lucier, and he didn't get a very good shot off there at all. And the ball belongs to the Mustangs now. They bring it up, and out onto the wing, it is Salvador. Salvador, so a D-A-R at the end of that. I thought it was Salvador.
Might have been I think that might be an error. I don't know. I think it's Salvador.
Okay.
Anywho.
We'll check it out. And at any rate, Salvador dribbles and then picks it up and sends the ball out to Rogalowski. Rogalowski gets triple teamed. That leaves Salvador open, and he hits a three.
Takes a lot of threes. Didn't make very many of them.
Yep, Salvador in the program, Salvador on this.
Yep.
Okay.
3 of 13. 3-point specialist. Didn't hit a ton of them last night, but he gets hot. He's certainly a weapon for this Mustang squad. Dragons
will send it out over onto the right wing, and back to the free throw line we go, and then it ends up into the hands of Thomas and all the way over into the corner for Berkeley. Berkeley at the end of the Mustangs bench sends it up once again, and a Lucier shot finally makes the mark. And now we have a whistle as one of the players for the Mustangs got hurt.
Yeah,
holding on to a wrist, it looks like.
Yeah, it's Meinhardt kind of got bowled over there by Lucier, as we'll see. That is 35. That is.
Either he's holding on to his wrist or he's holding on to his midsection. I can't tell which.
And we'll see Jason Dorn come in, and somebody came in as well for Chandramouli. I think Bishop came back in.
I think he got a little bit of an elbow to the stomach maybe and got the wind knocked out of him.
We'll see.
Salvador with a shot, and that one's good, just offset from the free throw line. 5-2 now in favor of the Mustangs. Here come the Dragons once again. They'll bring it up with Berkeley. Berkeley across the sideline gets it to Thomas. Thomas right at the end of the scorer's table, back over to Berkeley. Berkeley, a deliberate left-hand dribble there on that left wing, sends it over to the right wing for McKinnon. Into the corner it goes. Thomas for three. That one falls a little short, and the rebound went from one player to the next player and one team to the next team, and then it turns into Lucier. Points for him once again. 5-4, 1 point game. 4:55 left to play here in this first quarter. Oh, behind the back dribble there by Salvador. And a bounce pass just outside the lane for Hoff. And then back out we go around the perimeter. Comes over here to the near sideline and then back out toward midcourt. A little shovel pass over to Salvador. He'll launch a three. That one fell a little short. I think he kind of misfired on that one. I think he might have had his arm touched just as he was about ready to release that ball.
Yeah, arm touched or partially blocked, but definitely not the shot that Salvador was looking for. Dragons will get the basketball back.
Why is my feet all of a sudden glitching?
That's yeah, a little stuttery. Bear with us here, folks. Anywho, Berkeley with the basketball around out of Thomas.
Not sure if that's a problem on my end or a problem with the Wi-Fi connection here.
Another shot from Lucier up and in. He's got all 6 for the Dragons, and they have a lead.
Now I lost my camera. Great.
Well, bear with us here, folks. Anyway.
No, there it goes.
All right. Anywho. And
all right. Oh, big steal there. And a big dunk by Avery McKinnon. And that brought the crowd to its feet in little moans and groans. Here comes the Mustangs trying to answer, and a foul in the paint. And it looks like Derek Bishop will be going to the free throw line. And that one is called against Elijah Lucier.
Bishop went 4 of 6 last night.
All right, looks like the little glitching problem is done. We don't need any more problems, man. We had enough of those yesterday.
Yeah. Coming in for Johnny Weiss in for the Mustangs. He'll take the place of Dorn.
Johnny Weiss.
Sophomore. Bishop's second free throw.
No good. And the rebound belongs to the Dragons. They bring it up. And here is Berkeley. Berkeley across the timeline near that Prairie Farms logo on the near side. Will send it out to McKinnon. McKinnon just had a big old dunk there after he picked the pocket of one of the Mustangs. And we're down to 3:20 left to play here in this opening quarter. And a travel. That's going to be called against Collierville, and more specifically Caleb Davis. Inbound pass coming on the other end from Derek Bishop.
Davis will come out. He'll be replaced by A.J. Kraft, so subbing 6'10 for, or 6'3 for 6'10. So Dragons giving up a little bit of height, but Lucier at 6'9 still out there will be
giving up a little bit of height. That's a half a foot, man.
Yeah.
That's a lot of height. If I was a half a foot taller, I'd be able to play the game of basketball.
Me too. Well, height-wise anyway.
Yeah.
Athleticism-wise is a different question.
No, I'm a little old. I think I'll pass on the old basketball stuff. Here's a three-point shot from the far side corner, no good. And the rebound falls down into the hands of Lucier. He gets it up to Berkeley real quick. Berkeley dribbles and drives just outside the lane, but we're going to have a foul called. This one might go against Salvador or maybe Weiss. Salvador. Nope, Weiss. Hard to tell 3 from 5 from all this far away. My eyes are old too.
Colin Monin in. He'll take the place of Thomas for the Dragons.
And the inbound pass coming underneath of the Dragons' basket. They'll get it into the corner once again for Berkeley. Berkeley in front of the Mustangs bench. Will bring it all the way around and shove it back into the corner for McKinnon. McKinnon flies down the baseline, and a little floater falls in, and McKinnon got some points already. Was he up to 5? 4.
4. Yeah.
I was going to give him an extra point for the dunk effort.
Yeah. It was a nice one, but
almost kicked out of bounds while Colin Monin was on the ground, and now we have another whistle.
Yeah, I think they're going to go ahead and get Rogalski with the foul there.
2:26 left to play here in this opening quarter. And at the scorer's table, the inbound pass will be triggered by Monin. Monin gets the ball into Berkeley, and Berkeley will slowly work his way to the top of the key. Fires a pass over to McKinnon. McKinnon back out for Monin. Monin on the wing, deep inside, and then they'll shove it inside, and Lucier off the glass banks in a couple of more. 12-6 in favor of Collierville.
Lucier had 8 points last night against Carbondale, and he's at 8 already here in the first quarter.
Into the corner, Salvador for 3. That one falls a little short. He'll get his own rebound, put it in off the glass for 2, so he'll trade a 3 for a 2 any day.
Yeah, Salvador, a good start for him, up to 7. Dragons with the basketball.
Berkeley once again on the right wing. Brings it all the way back out to the midcourt logo. 1:40 left to play here in this opening quarter. Dribble drive, Berkeley off the glass, good for 2 more. And it's now a 14-8 contest. Dragons in the lead, and Matt Badgley didn't like that at all. He went down and grabbed his knees and went, ugh.
Yeah, Badgley, one of the more animated coaches we get. Bishop for 3.
There you go. He's a Collinsville kid. Badgley is.
At AD for a couple of years here at Collinsville. Experience with the tournament. Southern Illinois native. Moving up to the suburbs of Chicago for the Mundelein job as Davis re-enters, and we'll see Luke Reeder, I believe is how it's pronounced.
Reader? Roeder?
I think Reader.
Yeah, I'm probably right. Oh, get that out of here, and a whistle on the play just as.
Yeah, I think Davis had the clean block, but they're going to get McKinnon for the grab underneath.
Yeah. And to the free throw line will go Derek Bishop. He went 4 of 6 from the free throw line in their loss to Granite City last night. Granite City in the Consolation Championship.
Yeah, chance for...
Somebody told you we'd be playing for a championship.
Yeah, there you go. First time in a while that Granite City have the chance to get a trophy here at Prairie Farms.
Yeah.
But they've been in it every year, and they've had their struggles, but actually looking like they might have a pretty good year here.
And a made free throw gets his team back to within 4 for Mr. Derek Bishop. And a dribble drive by Monin underneath. Davis with a little baby hook underneath the basket. And a 6-point lead and a timeout called by head coach Matt Badgley for Mundelein. My screen is still glitching over here. And we'll take a break as well, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the K-Hawk Sports Network. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience. Choose Lakeside. Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke and Zach Roseman with you. No Matt Clark today. Matt is down in Texas. I'm hoping it's warmer down there.
I think he was hoping it is too.
Yeah. Still got some glitching going on with the screen, so hopefully as we go along here, it'll work itself out. While there's no action, I'll go ahead and do a quick refresh of that screen and see if that helped. Last time it did for just a moment anyway.
Yeah. Mustang basketball to start things back up here.
Always takes about 5 to 10 seconds for it to reset. There we go, and hopefully we'll get no more. Well, it's going to glitch again. Oh, well. We'll just move right along here. As long as you got a picture, I guess it'll be okay. Here is the Mustangs with the ball. They trail 16-10. And with the ball is Derek Bishop. Bishop on the outside wing will send it over to the far side wing for Salvador. Salvador, he's being pressured over there by Berkeley and makes it as far as to the outside of the lane. Now a three-point shot, all off balance and a little off target. And then Salvador is going to get called for a shove out of bounds. Just as Monin was getting ready to haul that ball in and pass it to a teammate, he didn't have a chance to.
A foul on Salvador's his first as BJ Boyce centers in for the Dragons. Given name is Felipe, Felipe Jr., but goes by BJ.
BJ, Felipe, I don't even know where you get that from, but at any rate,
that's
some nicknames are not really that explainable, are they?
No, but that's what he goes by, so
yep.
That's what we'll go with.
BJ Boyce with the ball over his head, gives it up to Monin. Over into the corner now it goes for McKinnon. McKinnon bounce pass to Davis. Davis turn around, a little 2-foot jump shot. And Davis is climbing up in points there with 4.
It's Collierville going right to their big guys, Lucier, and nearly a foul there by McKinnon.
Yeah.
No call.
No call. He ran right into him and almost knocked the ball out of his hands. Now it does come out of his hands right at the end of quarter number 1. And after the first quarter, it is Collierville 18 and Mundelein 10. We'll take another timeout, and we'll be back with second quarter action in just a moment here on the K-Hawk Sports Network. Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union strong. We are K-Hawk strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Go K-Hawks! Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. Plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke, Zach Roseman with you. Collierville with the ball and the lead, and that lead just expands after a little 2-point shot in the paint by Davis once again. 20-10. Collierville with the lead. Dragons with the ball. Mustangs with the ball. Here is Salvador. Salvador kicks it outside and does so to Weiss, and then another whistle. We've had a lot more whistles in this game than we did the first game.
Yeah, a little more active. They'll get Davis with the foul. His first, and running with the one big, having Davis in there, putting in pretty good minutes for him. Just a sophomore.
Yeah.
Real tall, 6'10" already. We grows a little more, and may see Collierville have a 7-footer in the next couple of years.
Johnny Weiss at the free throw line. He did not go to the line in the game against Granite City last night. And he makes the first one here to get that lead back down to 9. Next one. Oh, it swoops all the way around the rim. Rebound belongs to Collierville. They bring it up. Here is Monin. Monin will dump it off out on the far wing, and a 3-point shot hits the inside of the rim there off of the hands of David Jones. Out to the top of the key it goes. Here is Rader. Rader will give it back to Jones. Jones drives baseline, had that ball knocked away, and then a little hip check there by Monin right into the hip of Weiss will give him a foul. Monin with his first, team second. 7:08 left to play here in the second quarter, and the Dragons make another substitution as they bring back in Dallas Berkeley.
He'll take the place of Monin. Dragons keeping the press on, not pressing too hard, just making things a little more difficult for Mundelein. We'll see the Dragons make another substitution as the next stoppage. Garrett Ross set to come in.
Weiss bounces the ball to Salvador. Back out to Weiss it goes. He'll bounce it into the perimeter to Meinhardt, and then Weiss will get the ball right back. Weiss kind of trapped over there for a moment. Now Meinhardt in the paint takes the shot. Davis with the partial block. That ball out of bounds, and it's going to belong to the Dragons.
Yeah, Garrett Ross into the game. 6'3" junior who I don't think has gotten much playing time. Played just 2 minutes in the Dragons' loss to Carbondale last night. That was a late ending to that one.
It was. That game was still going on when I left.
It was. Yeah, we went over and watched the end of it. Got there for the last minute or so. Probably about 11 o'clock by the time they got out of here. Probably after.
Yeah.
It was Berkeley. I think Coach Taggart called a timeout.
Okay. I thought there might have been a travel there, but it's a timeout called instead, so we'll step aside for a timeout as well. It is a 30-second timeout, so we'll be gone for that long here on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Herald Square and Cold Herald, 2 great additions to the Collinsville landscape. Next to the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, Herald Square is a new outdoor multi-use event space in Collinsville. Concerts, fun and games, farmer markets, and so much more. Herald Square, a great space for Collinsville's future. And just off the square's turf, Cold Herald, old-fashioned scooped ice cream gelato, house-made recipes, and premium-sourced product. If you're over 21, ask about the good stuff at Cold Herald. Watch Collinsville grow. Herald Square and Cold Herald, 2 great new additions, only in Collinsville, Illinois.
Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, final day of this Prairie Farms Holiday Basketball Classic. Glad that you have spent some time with us here as we bring you the game between Mundelein and Collierville. The winner of this game will take home 11th place, and the loser will drop down to 12th. And coming up after this game, we travel to the other side of the bracket, and the 7th place game between Altoff and Belleville East will be coming your way at roughly 1 o'clock in the battle of 2 schools, 2 of the 3 schools in Belleville.
As speaking of, Althoff walking in now. Coach Lieb and the Crusaders getting ready here. Watch a little bit of this one.
Three-point shot from the corner hits the rim just as the shot clock expired. And the rebound belongs to the Mustangs. They bring it up. Here is Meinhardt. Had that ball knocked away, but he'll go back and get it at the mid-court stripe and then fire it to Salvador. Salvador at the logo. We'll get it up over here onto this wing for Bishop. And Bishop, he'll launch his own big shot. No good. And the rebound hauled down by Garrett Ross for the Dragons. And they fire it up, and the Dragons throw the ball away as it ticks off of the hands there of B.J. Boyce and right into the end of the Mustangs bench.
Rogalski and Hoff in as Baginski, who came in last stoppage, and Meinhardt in. So Bishop cold, averaging leading scorer in the tournament coming in, has just 3 here through nearly a quarter and a half of basketball.
There's a little check there that gets called, and that one's going to belong to Garrett Ross. His first, team's third. Mustangs have not committed a foul here in this second quarter. We have 5:29 left in said quarter, and the Mustangs travel the ball once around once again. Here is Weiss. Weiss on the left wing, bounces it in the paint and then off the glass, and that's good for 2 for Derek Bishop. So back to within 7, the Mustangs are. And here come the Dragons. They bring the ball up in the form of Dallas Berkeley. Berkeley will send it over to the far side wing for Boyce. Boyce back to Berkeley, and that ball gets away, and a nice save there by Bishop. He'll bring it down, and he can't finish, and then the ball falls right down to him while he's on the ground. 3-point try, that's a little short. And then the rebound handled again by the Mustangs. They'll send it back out to Bishop. Bishop will pop one. All of a sudden, it's a 5-point contest. They'll bring it back up court. Here is David Jones. Jones to the top of the key. A little dribble drive from Berkeley off the glass, and that's good for 2. 22-15. 4:35 left to play here in this second quarter. Here's a nice little move there on the way up to the basket by Rogalowski, and then that one is off of the hands of Nathan Hoff and out of bounds, and that will turn into a turnover by Mundelein. Players exchanging all over the place here. Webb Thomas comes back in. He'll trigger the inbound pass, and he'll do so to Dallas Berkeley, and Berkeley and the Dragons will head up court. Dragons up 22-15, 4:20 left to play here in this second quarter. Bounce the ball into the corner. Here is a drive and a shot right outside the lane. Misses the mark from McKinnon. The ball on the ground, and now a foul, or was it just out of bounds? Just out of bounds. Heading back the other way with it. Inbound pass coming up by Bishop. Bishop gets it to Weiss, and Weiss back over to Bishop. Everybody else moves into the front court. Here comes Bishop to join him. Bishop over the line in front of the scorer's table. We're halfway through quarter number 2. 22-15 in favor of Collierville. And Bishop will send it over in front of the Collierville bench, and then into the corner it goes for Rogalowski. Rogalowski gets it back over here for Weiss. Weiss goes into the paint in front of the free throw line, and a whistle on the play. And we're going to have another foul handed out here to the Dragons. And another foul to Garrett Ross, his second in a row. Team 4th. So the next one, Mustangs will be shooting free throws. Here is Weiss. Bounces it just outside the lane and pushed it over to Salvador. Salvador for 3, and it's good. And all of a sudden, the Mustangs have gotten this thing back to within 4. 3.5 minutes to play here in this second quarter. Here is Berkeley bringing the ball up across the timeline. Berkeley will send the ball over to McKinnon. And McKinnon will dribble his way closer into the corner, but gives it up for Ross. Now back out to Berkeley. Berkeley fires it onto the wing, and that's where we'll find another dribble drive, and this one's outside. Big, long 3-point shot by Thomas won't fall, and the ball travels along the baseline. Never went out of bounds, though, and then putting it back up and in to give the Dragons a little bit more breathing room was A.J. Kraft. 24-18, back to a 6-point lead for Collierville. 2:50 to play here in this first half. Here come the Mustangs. Salvador from 3 from the corner. That one hit the inside of the rim, comes down, and ends up out of bounds, and it's going to go back to the Dragons. I think that was accidentally kicked out of bounds there by Mundelein. And I believe that was Jason Dorn. Chandler Moody back into the game now for Mundelein. Here come the Dragons, and that is Webb Thomas across the K-Hawk logo. Over onto the wing it goes, and Collierville setting it up, and McKinnon with a little reverse layup, can't get it to fall, and the rebound belongs to the Mustangs. They bring it back up quickly, all the way up to Weiss. Weiss bluffed the three, bounces it in the paint, but that's off of the hands of one of the Collierville players. And we'll reset. Aiden Harris. Into the paint we go. Another three-point try. And Salvador hits one from way downtown. And it's 24-21. All of a sudden it's a three-point game. The shot will not count from McKinnon. The foul will belong to the Mustangs. And not sure if that one's on the floor or not. Guess it is. Dorn with the foul, his first, team first. Inbound pass comes in. Berkeley, he'll dribble his way to the free throw line, kick it back into the corner. Dorn for three. That one misses. And the rebound is on the baseline, and it rolls all the way into the paint area where Weiss picks it up and guards it like a fullback guarding the football after a handoff, and now a whistle, and Thomas will get called for another foul. His first, team fifth, so we have reached the point where we're going to have some free throw shooters, and this one is going to be Weiss. Weiss to the free throw line, hits that crease, or that flat part of the iron, meets the rim, bounces right back out. 1:52 to play here in the second quarter. 24-21 in favor of the Dragons of Collierville, Tennessee. And the next one misses from Weiss as well. Rebound belongs to McKinnon, and McKinnon quickly gets it into the hands of Monin. Monin deep out on the right wing. Brings it over toward the top of the key in the slot area. Fires a pass over to Harris. Harris back over to Berkeley. Berkeley over to Harris. And they'll play catch on the wings for a little bit. Down to 90 seconds left to play here in this first half. Three-point contest in the battle for 11th place, and a little pop and drop from just inside the perimeter by Dallas Berkeley will give that lead back to 5 here for the Dragons. And into the paint, we'll have another free throw shooter, and this time it is going to be Vinny Rogalowski. 1:15 to play here in this first half. And that one's a little off the mark. So the Mustangs having a hard time hitting those free throws, as they have gone 0 for their last 3 between he and Weiss. So a chance here to try to make it 1 for their last 4.
Reeder back in for the Dragons.
And there we go, 1 for 4. The last 2 trips to the free throw line. 26-22, 4-point game. Here is Berkeley. Berkeley gets it over to Monin. Monin in the corner, back out to Berkeley. Berkeley out very deep on the right wing, top of the key. Gives it up for Harris. Harris with a long three-point shot. Hits the inside of the rim, no good. Rebound, put back up, still won't go in. Another rebound by the Dragons. This one will fall, +1.
Yeah, Reeder able to get it there. Second chance points, that's been a thing. Again, Collierville using their height and athleticism. Foul on Dorn, and Reeder will look to convert the and one. He went... didn't go to the free throw line in the loss to Carbondale. Misses that one.
This is the back edge of a 2-point play that he was trying to turn into a 3-point play, and then another foul will be handed out to the Mustangs.
And Dorn just picked up his second in a row, and he'll quickly come out, replaced by Meinhardt.
So Meinhardt will come back in. Dorn will head to the bench. Monin will inbound this pass and does so to Berkeley. Berkeley into the corner, back to Monin for 3, and that one skips over the rim. We've had a lot of missed threes here recently by both teams. Into the corner it goes, and back out to Harris. Top of the key now for Berkeley. Berkeley back over to Harris. Harris dribble drive, takes the shot, and scores.
Counted and the foul. Lead back out to 8 now for the Dragons.
44.4 seconds to play here in this second quarter. And to the free throw line will go Mr. Harris, who I don't even think he was in the game last night.
Did not play. Collierville played most of the guys on their roster, but Aiden Harris was not one of them. Oh, that was kind of nice, actually.
Oh, they were going to run right into each other there for a minute. Off of the rim, and another whistle. This game has been whistle-filled, unlike the first game of the day that was not. That game flew by.
Yeah. Fell on Monin his first, and we'll see Rogalski shoot some more free throws.
Another couple of free throws coming up. Let's see if they can pick up the pace here on these free throws.
That one falls.
That one's good.
Salvador back in for Mundelein. Will take the place of Weiss.
Johnny Weiss. Reminds me of Johnny Weiss Miller, who back in the day when the black and white television days played Tarzan on TV. The first game we had Will Robinson, who, if everybody remembers, was a character on Lost in Space. Also back in the black and white days of TV.
I was like, you are.
Yeah, I'm dating myself.
Like this is beyond my knowledge capability. Dragons can not quite hold for one, but basically you should be able to get the last of the quarter. Berkeley will stand there.
Showing my age there, man. I'm showing my age. I don't look that old in person, but my knowledge is there. Here's Berkeley inside the perimeter, takes the shot, and that'll give the Dragons a 32-23 advantage at the buzzer. Oh, that was close from beyond midcourt by the Mustangs, but that is the way that the first quarter or first half will come to the close. Dragons 32, Mustangs 23. Second half action and some stats will be coming your way in just a moment here on the K-Hawk Sports Network. Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all of the accessories. Rich's has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the K-Hawk Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com.
Herald Square and Cold Herald, two great additions to the Collinsville landscape. Next to the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, Herald Square is a new outdoor multi-use event space in Collinsville. Concerts, fun and games, farmer markets, and so much more. Herald Square, a great space for Collinsville's future. And just off the square's turf, Cold Herald, old-fashioned scooped ice cream gelato, house-made recipes, and premium sourced product. If you're over 21, ask about the good stuff at Cold Herald. Watch Collinsville grow. Herald Square and Cold Herald, two great new additions, only in Collinsville, Illinois. Looking for good food, good times, and good people? Look no further than the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Just over the bridge from the K-Hawk Stadium, Bridge Inn features a friendly and courteous staff that serves up the coldest drinks and the best food in the Metro East. Lunch and dinner is available daily with a breakfast menu every Saturdays and Sunday morning. And don't forget about fantastic fish fry Fridays. Bridge Inn also features pool tournaments on most weekends and a gaming area for the over 21 crowd. Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Check them out at 519 North Main Street in Caseyville. Call for carryout orders at 618-344-3530. The best is yet to come at the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. 618-344-3530.
Schaefer Excavating and Demolition in Pontoon Beach provides complete commercial, industrial, and residential demolition and excavating services. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is family-owned and operated by former K-Hawks since 1980 and have over 4 decades serving the Metro East. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is your choice for quality and experienced work at a reasonable price. Schaefer's does jobs of any size, whether digging for water and sewer lines, site preparation, or building demolition. Schaefer's can do it all. Schaefer's Excavating and Demolition also sells backfill, topsoil, loam, and other materials. Licensed, bonded, and insured, from earth moving and land clearing to building and demolition and road construction to septic and sewer system work. Call the experienced crew at Schaefer Excavating and Demolition, 618-931-6237. Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Uptown Collinsville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville K-Hawk sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs, you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers and sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest beer in town. Plus, they have an in-house DJ on Friday and Saturday nights. Dine in and catch a game or order carry-out with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 118 East Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-223-1948.
The Collinsville Area Community Foundation is our community's charitable foundation. We connect people, support programs, and guide resources to help our community thrive. Our board is made up of local leaders that donate their time and expertise to identify opportunities for long-term community impact in and around Collinsville. Find scholarships, grants, and ways to give back to the city we love by visiting CollinsvilleFoundation.com.
We welcome you back into Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. We're at halftime of this 11th place game of the 39th Annual Prairie Farms Holiday Classic. Collierville with a 9-point lead over Mundelein, 32-23. Got some first half stats for you. Leading scorer in this one is Evan Salvador. He has 13 points to lead the Mustangs. Derek Bishop with 7, which is a bit below his average. Vinny Rogalski has 2, and Johnny Weiss has 1. For Collierville, Dallas Berkeley has 8, Elijah Lucier has 8, Caleb Davis has 6, Avery McKinnon has 4, and Luke Reeder, Aiden Harris, and AJ Kraft all have 2. Mundelein shooting 7 of 20 from the field, 35%, which not great. 3 of 12 from 3, 25%. Again, not great. And 6 of 12 from the free throw line, 50%, which is, well, not good. You make all your free throws, it's a much closer game. For Collierville, shooting 16 of 27 from the field, 59%. That's pretty good. 0 of 7 from 3. Well, that's not real great. And 0 of 2 from the free throw line. Rebounding battle being won by Collierville, 19-11 at this point. Dragons committed 5 turnovers compared to 4 from Mundelein, so not too bad for either team in that department. Probably the biggest thing so far, Collierville with 20 points in the paint compared to just 2 for Mundelein. Collierville utilizing their height advantage quite significantly. We're going to go ahead and take one more break here. Be back in just a bit for second half action. We'll have it all for you here on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Are you in need of a new mailbox to go with your new home? How about a new mailbox to replace your old one? Look no further than Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. From economy to custom, Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes can create a mailbox that suits your needs. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes is licensed and insured. They use only high-quality materials and offer a satisfaction guarantee policy. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes can also make your very own axe throwing set, hanging or standing. Whether you need that axe throwing set or a new mailbox, you need Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. For more information, get a hold of Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes at 618-680-0208 or online at needanewmailbox.com. No one likes a dirty house. It's work that almost no one wants to do. Why not get someone to do that work for you? Kara Gray with Rags to Riches Cleaning Service would love to take that task off your to-do list. Kara is a homegrown Collinsville High School graduate and the owner of Rags to Riches. From floors to ceilings, from baseboards to light fixtures, Rags to Riches can clean them all. No job is too big or too small. Call Kara Gray at Rags to Riches Cleaning Service to schedule a free estimate today at 618-979-9634 or visit Rags to Riches Cleaning Service on Facebook. All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is #1 on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent service staff. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. And of course, All Pro Tees is your destination for everything Collinsville K-Hawks. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville at 2240 South Morrison Avenue. Online at allprotees.com. Right across the street from K-Hawk Stadium. All Pro Tees, 618-344-2200.
We love to have you come work for the city of Collinsville. We have many positions available, from seasonal jobs to full-time opportunity departments, from police and fire to Gateway Center, Park Station, and City Hall. Our employees enjoy great benefits like medical plans, paid time off, tuition. Visit the city's website, collinsville.org, to apply and learn more about working for the city of Collinsville.
Welcome you back into Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, getting ready for second half action here. 11th place game between Collierville and Mundelein. Two coaches, Sean Taggart and Matt Badgley, giving their final pre-second half instructions to the teams. And we're just about ready to get underway here. Crowd continues to slowly grow, having 4 out of the area teams playing the first 2 games. Won't help with the crowd too much, but starting to grow, and I'm sure it'll be quite full. I'd like to thank you all for watching. It's been a privilege and a pleasure bringing this all to you, and we're just about ready to get underway. It will be Mundelein basketball to start things off here in the second half, and they'll be going left to right on your screen, or screen, radio dial, whatever you want to call it. Inbound pass will come in from Caden Meinhardt, and it will come in to Vinny Rogalski. He'll make his way up slowly against some decently tight pressure being applied by Collierville, and they'll work it over into the corner for Meinhardt, looking to establish Hoff in the post, and they will. And the ball gets away from him, and we'll have a jump ball. And possession in favor of Collierville. Luke Reeder to inbound the basketball, and he will do so to Dallas Berkeley. Just underway here in the third quarter. Berkeley with the ball over on the wing, and he'll get it now to Reeder. Back to Berkeley, and he'll hand it off now to Thomas, who will do so to Reeder. Back now to Berkeley, and he'll make his way downhill. Shot up no good. Kick out to Thomas in the corner. It was a pass, actually. And Webb Thomas gets it to fall. Webb Thomas, with his first field goal of the day, gets him on the board. Lead out to 12 for Collierville. Here is Bishop. He'll pull up from about 10 feet out. Shot up no good. Rebounded by Berkeley, but they will turn it over, will Collierville. Here is Salvador to bring it up for the Mustangs. 5-on-4 overlap if they can find it. Rogalski will kick it out over to Bishop. He'll drive the lane, up and under layup, hits the bottom of the rim, no good. Another scramble for the ball, and the Dragons will come up with it. Thomas will bring it out onto the wing, and he'll set things up, get it to a pretty wide open Lucier, who is fouled by the significantly shorter Evan Salvador. Salvador's second foul. Lucier did not go to the free throw line in the first half. 6 of 7 last night, but he misses that one. Kishav Chandramuli will come in for Mundelein. He'll take the place of Rogalski. Lucier will take the time. Left-handed shot up and good. Collierville will put that full court pressure on, and the inbound pass will come from Bishop to Chandramouli. They'll go ahead and bring the basketball up court, guarded closely there by Thomas. He'll kick it out into the corner for, that was Hoff, and he is fouled by Lucier. That'll be his third. AJ Kraft will come in for Collierville. He'll take the place of Lucier. Pass will come into Salvador, and he'll drive the lane, cut off there. Look to work it inside to Bishop, but out of his reach and recovered by the Dragons. Here is Avery McKinnon. He'll go coast to coast, but unable to get it to fall. And the rebound will come to Salvador. He'll bring it up for Mundelein. He'll get it over to Bishop on the wing. He'll head fake, drive the lane, cut off, and kick it out to Chandramouli. He'll get it there onto the wing, put it inside now to Hoff. He'll put a little 6-foot jumper up, no good, rebounded by Kraft. And he'll get it to Thomas, and Collierville will bring it up. Thomas now over onto the far wing for Berkeley. And he'll slow things down and get the Dragons to flow into their offense. Berkeley cut off, get it to McKinnon, and now to Thomas. Thought about the three, down the corner, back to Thomas, but he will be fouled. Bishop just a step slow there. That'll be his first. And Coach Matt Badgley will take a 60-second timeout. Be back in that amount of time here on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud K-Hawk alums. Located at 1966 Vandalia, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is your one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pitmaster. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning sauces and rubs that supports our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by, see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the 4-time world champion Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at collinsvillebarbecue.com or call 618-855-8855. Back here at the Prairie Farms Holiday Basketball Tournament. Todd Duke back. I got some sustenance, man.
Yeah, it's
needed, much needed.
Yeah, had trying to do what we can here, just kind of flow back and forth. A little bit more of a skeleton crew, so trying to make sure we can get through all 7 games at our best capabilities.
Nothing like some good old Burt's Chuck Wagon tacos, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're just a couple blocks from my house, right off of Main Street here in Collinsville. If you ever hungry for something like that, good food. Good.
Oh, yeah.
Here is Reeder. He'll kick it out over to Thomas. He'll drive the lane. Shot up. Count it.
I've been trying to get them to advertise with me, but Roger always says no, so I stopped asking. But he really doesn't need the advertisement, man. That place is a staple here in the Collinsville area. I remember going to the old Burt's Chuck Wagon, the A-frame building, back when I was a kid.
Yeah, it's been a constant for me in the current location on Main Street since I moved up to Collinsville, 12 and a half years ago now, and it's been a regular fixture for my family and I for, well, as long as we've been living here. 3-pointer from Salvador up and good.
Well, the Lady K-Hawks lost in overtime to MICDS 51-49 to end that tournament. Talisha Gilmore led the way with 19 points and 11 rebounds. Carson Mode followed with 15 points and 8 rebounds, so a good showing for the Lady K-Hawks, but they just came out on the short end of that stick in overtime.
Yep. Shot up from Bishop, count it. So the Lady K-Hawks will finish 5th. Yeah, 5th in that 6th. Yeah, 6th. Lost in the Consolation Championship game of that MICDS tournament. Boyce come in, placing Thomas, who just picked up his 2nd foul. Bishop will look to convert the and one. Which he does. Bishop up to 10 points now, so Collierville have done a reasonably good job on him, but with as talented of a scorer as Bishop is, he can't shut him down entirely. Reeder will get it over to Boyce, and he'll get it back and get it over to Berkeley. He'll drive the lane, cut off there, and over now, and then inside to Kraft. Shot up, no good. Chandramouli with the rebound, and he'll look to get things up for Mundelein. He'll
Say they finished in 6th?
Yeah, 6th place. Lost the Consolation Championship game.
They went 2 and 2?
1 and 2.
1 and 2,
Yep.
okay.
Bishop with the follow there, and he's got 12 now. Lead back down to 7. And a deep three-pointer there from Berkeley, up and good. Coach Taggart will take a timeout. It'll be, at least I think Taggart took a timeout. It'll be a 30. We'll be back in just a moment here on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Diamonds for K-Hawks is a facility improvement project to develop a baseball, softball, and football/soccer field for CHS students and our communities to utilize. The project includes 2 baseball fields, 2 softball fields, a soccer/football field, concession stand, bathrooms, and parking. The development of this facility will benefit the band, PE classes, baseball team, softball team, and soccer team with a centralized location, ease of access, and an eye-catching complex. Please contact A.D. Clay Smith to donate to this project or visit the Collinsville Area Community Foundation website to make your tax-deductible donation today.
We welcome you back. 10-point deficit for Mundelein to overcome, and they'll have the basketball here. Chandramouli will get it over to Bishop, who will give it right back to Chandramouli. Get it over the timeline to Salvador. He'll kick it over to Bishop. He'll drive lane and attempted to get the pass in there to Hoff, but it's deflected out of bounds by McKinnon. And the Mustangs will have it on the baseline. Bishop with the inbound. It'll come into the corner to Chandramouli, who will drive to the baseline. Up and under layup, no good. Coach Badgley asking for the foul. Referee's not going to grant it. 3-point from the corner from Boyce, well short. And Kraft couldn't get a clean grip on it. And the ball goes out of bounds, and it'll go back to Mundelein. Aiden Harris will come in at the next opportunity for the Dragons. Bishop with the pass to Hoff. And he'll make his way up against the zone pressure, and Coach Badgley will take a timeout. Another 30. Be back in that amount of time here on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Looking for a new place to catch the game with a cold drink and some great food? Look no further than 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville. 1101 Bar and Grill features pizza, burgers, wraps, and salads, plus 7 large screen TVs to catch the latest K-Hawk games and all of the pro sports across the spectrum, and all the college football and basketball you can handle. 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from K-Hawk Stadium. Call 1101 Bar and Grill for carryout orders at 618-223-1332.
We welcome you back into Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Vinny Rogalski back in for Mundelein, and he'll get the ball here. Aiden Harris did come in for Collierville. Salvador with the ball over on the wing, and he'll get it to Chandramouli. Chandramouli cut off, get it there to Salvador. He'll pull it from about 17 feet. No good. Rebounded by Boyce, and he'll get it to Berkeley, and the Dragons will come up in a hurry. He'll drive the lane and be fouled. It'll be either Weiss or Salvador that gets tagged with that one. And that will be on Salvador, and that's his 3rd, so maybe a small item of concern there for Mundelein. Dragons with the basketball. Boyce with it out there at the volleyball line, and he'll back it out towards the half-court line. Plenty of time. He'll survey things and then give it up to Harris, who will give it to Berkeley. Now to Boyce, who throws it away, stolen there by Salvador, who is then run into. Just incidental contact there. The foul will be on Boyce. As Meinhardt comes in, he'll take the place of Salvador. 2:22 left in this third quarter. And number 22, Vinny Rogalski, will get the ball up, and he'll do so to Bishop, whose three-pointer is left short. Rebounded by Berkeley, and here come the Dragons. Shot up, no good, but he was fouled. They'll give that to Rogalski, and I show sportsmanship there. Guys helping each other up. That is Rogalski's second, and we'll see Berkeley shoot some free throws. He did not go to the free throw line in the first half. Went 2 of 4, and the Dragons lost to Carbondale last night. First one up, no good, as we'll see as Braden Santabanzas comes in for Collierville. He'll take the place of Kraft. Berkeley's second free throw does fall. Lead at 11 for Collierville, 42-31. Rogalski will bring it up, and he will throw it there to Bishop, who will pick up the dribble and then get it over onto the wing for Rogalski, who will get it back to Bishop, and he'll set things up. He'll cross over, drive to the lane, kick it out there to, not sure who that was, Chandra Mooley with it now. He'll get it back to Bishop, back to Chandra Mooley, and he traveled with the basketball. Both teams done a relatively good job limiting the turnovers, but a turnover there for the Mustangs will give the ball back to the Dragons. Here is Boyce. He'll bring it in there to Berkeley, closely guarded by his opposite number, Chandra Mooley. Looks like Mundelein going to a zone look here as Boyce will back things out. Now to Harris, and now to Berkeley. Around now to Harris, and now to Boyce, who will get it back to Harris, who will take a 12-foot jumper up and in. 44-31. Dragons with their largest lead of the game at 13. And here now is Chandra Mooley, who will give it to Bishop, who will kick it out to Rogalski for 3. That one's no good. Boyce utilizing his speed to track down the rebound. So we're under a minute to go here in our third quarter of action. Pass into the corner for Harris. He drives baseline, has the ball knocked out of bounds by Chandra Mooley as Garrett Ross comes back in for Collierville.
Mundelein having a hard time hitting those three-pointers. They only hit 3 of 12 in the first half, and their struggles continue here in the second half.
Neither team shot the ball well in the first half. Collierville went 0 of 7.
Yeah.
Harris with the basketball. He'll work it around now to Boyce. 20 seconds left on the shot clock, so about 20 seconds separating. Boyce now, he'll drive baseline, pass off to Ross, who wasn't prepared for it. Bishop with the steal. Berkeley does a good job shutting him off. He'll kick it over to Chandra Mooley, who will get it inside to Weiss, who has it grabbed off the backboard. Nice athletic play there from Ross. And now to Boyce in the corner for 3. That one's no good.
Three-point struggles continue.
Yeah, rebounded by Santabanez.
There you go.
A three-pointer there from Harris. And the lead is out to 16 now. 10 seconds left. Bishop not going all that quickly. He'll get it to Chandra Mooley. 5 seconds now. Bishop had it deflected, but he's going to get all the way to the rim. Head down, shot up, count it, and the foul. Nice play there from Bishop. And we'll see who they give the foul to. And it will go to Santabanzas. His first team 4th, and Bishop will look to convert the and 1.
Jordan Bennington's going to start tonight in net for the Blues as they're in Colorado tonight. That just popped up on my phone, and when he does, he will tie the great Grant Fuhr at number 4 on the all-time leaderboard for games played by a Blues goaltender with 249.
Yeah, so it's who would be the Ty Fuhr for 4th? So it'd be what, Liut
and Cujo,
yeah,
Curtis Joseph,
Liut Joseph, and then
it'll be Bennington. After another start, he'll pass up Fuhr instead of Ty Fuhr. All right, we have a break here. We go to the third, from the third to the fourth quarter, 47-34 in favor of Collierville. We're back in just a moment on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
The Collinsville Daily News, the new online source for everything newsworthy in and around Collinsville.
This news source is designed to be the heartbeat of the Collinsville community and is owned and operated by members that live in this area. The Collinsville Daily News generates their revenue with local support from the community in which they serve and from advertising. They do not charge to read their content, so you'll never run into one of those annoying paywalls. Not only that, but the Collinsville Daily News offers free classified advertising. You have items you want to buy, sell, or trade? It's free to post. Wedding or engagements announcements, as well as obituaries, all free at CollinsvilleDailyNews.com. Plus, they have the content that matters most. Collinsville news you need to know, coverage of K-Hawk sports, and a keen eye on city news. The Collinsville Daily News also has an event tab that allows you to find out what is going on in and around the region for you and your family, the heartbeat of the community. Helping readers make sense of an increasingly chaotic world. Check them out at CollinsvilleDailyNews.com, on social media sites Facebook and Instagram. The heartbeat of this community is the Collinsville Daily News.
We welcome you back into Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, 47-34 in favor of Collierville, as Mundelein will have the basketball to begin our fourth quarter of action here. Rogalski to bring it up, and he'll get it over there onto the corner for Salvador. He'll work it inside to Hauff, and now to Bishop. He's cut off, and we'll work it over there now to Rogalski. He'll drive the lane, and now to Hauff, who will may have gotten fouled, but he'll put the shot up and in anyway.
Yeah, that was off balance in a weird angle, but he managed to get that one to go in anyway.
Yep. Colin Monin to bring the ball up for Collierville, and he'll have it cut off there, looking to get it to Harris, who is gently guided back onto the court by Coach Sean Taggart. Monin will survey things, and Coach Taggart is not happy with what he sees, so he's going to go ahead and take a timeout. It'll be a 30. We'll go ahead and take a quick break here on the K-Hawk Sports Network and be back in just a moment.
Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former K-Hawk Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010.
We welcome you back. Nice pass there into Ross. And that'll get the lead back out to 13. Great pass there from Monin. Rogalski will bring it up for Mundelein, playing the point guard role as he has for most of the game. He'll get it to Bishop, who will throw it into Hauff, and his shot up and good. Nathan Hauff with 4 in a row for the Mustangs, and those are the 4 that he's got.
Wow. Nice little feed from Monin.
Back-to-back possessions there.
Yeah.
Monin with a nice pass to Ross, and lead yo-yos back between 11 and 13 points. Here is Rogalski. He's guarded there by Harris in the corner, and he's cut off, and he's got to get it to somebody, and will do so to one Evan Salvador. He's cut off there and fouled, and they're going to get Ross with that one.
If we had an all-tournament hair team, I think Monin would win that prize. That's a head of hair, man.
Yeah, there's some good ones.
Yeah.
Monin's up there.
Mars had a pretty good set going on there, too.
Yeah, Von Vittinghoff might make both teams.
Yeah.
I don't know which coach would win it. That's I have to think about that one for a minute.
Well, a lot of these coaches don't have hair.
Yeah, exactly. There might be a correlation there between male pattern baldness and coaching, as Salvador hits a three-pointer. Deficit back down to 10. Salvador up to 19 points now. I believe his highest scoring total of the tournament. Monin will bring the basketball up for Collierville. He'll get a screen from Harris, cut off there, but he'll take it all the way anyway. Did a good job splitting the defense. Inbound pass comes to Bishop. He's guarded by Boyce, who's really done a pretty good job on him. He'll drive his way into the middle. Might have traveled.
Yeah, I think he got away with that one.
Awkward shot, no good. Lucier with the rebound, and he'll get it to Boyce, who will give it right back to Lucier, and
I think he got away with the travel, too.
He might have gotten fouled as
Yeah.
well. No call either way. Here's Bishop now. He'll drive the lane. Shot up and good. Derek Bishop up to, they still don't have his name on there, as we have a double dribble, so turnover there for Collierville, as we'll see Avery McKinnon and Luke Reeder come in, take the place of Ross and Harris.
Guys talking about me down there? Anyway, when people look at you and start laughing, you got to wonder.
Exactly.
Chad Burgess with Colton Rhodes, Andrews. I don't know what they're talking about, but I keep on getting looked at, so.
Anyway, and now they're going to call a travel on Rogalski this time as.
They're just making up for him.
Yeah.
Make-up call.
Well, it might have been a travel anyway. We'll see Berkeley come in. He'll take the place of Boyce for Collierville as Weiss comes in for Rogalski. And Meinhardt comes in to spell Bishop a little bit.
We're having some glitching problems going on here again, and I'll be glad when this game's finally over with and we can shut this down and fire it back up again. I think I'm going to have to just start all over again and see if that helps.
Yeah, Reeder went for the football pass, but he's like got to cool the arm off a little bit, tried to get it to Lucier, but even his long, lanky 6'9" frame couldn't get a hold of that one, and so because it wasn't touched, it'll be Mundelein ball underneath the basket. They're trying to score it into 5:15 left, 10-point deficit. It's been in that general neighborhood for pretty much the entirety of the second half. So we have a little bit of a delay, but we're back in action here. Hoff now, he'll get it to Weiss, and now into the corner for, that was Salvador, back to Weiss, and he'll give it back to Chandramuli. He'll drive his way to the main. Nice Euro step around Reeder. Shot up no good. Lucier with the rebound, and here comes Collierville. He'll get it to Berkeley, able to corral it.
Oh, yeah.
And
got just slashed on the arm.
Yeah, looked almost intentional, but
yeah, it did.
Chandramuli, he said, Chandramuli, you're coming out of the game. Or actually, no, he's not. I don't know why he did that then.
Yeah, Collier was coming up with the left-hand dribble, and he got hacked in the right hand.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, Bishop in for Meinhardt as Berkeley will bring it. He's guarded by Chandramuli. He'll get around Chandramuli and lay it up and in. Dallas Berkeley up to 14 points for the Dragons. Lead is 12, 55-43. Here it
glitching bad.
Just the stuttering still? Or?
Yeah.
Well, bear with us here, folks. We're trying. Here is Bishop with a corner three. That one's no good.
Not a lot we can do.
No, unfortunately. Here is Monin. Nice pass there to Reeder. Monin with his third assist here in the past couple of minutes of action. And it will be Weiss to bring the basketball up for Mundelein. He'll drop it off to Hoff, who airballs a 7-footer. And yeah, that'll get a little bit of a air.
I think one guy said airball.
One guy, but we heard him. Monin now, he'll get it to Berkeley under 4 minutes to go here, and he'll back things up. And Collierville, as Decatur Eisenhower did in the last game, will run a little bit of clock. Monin for three. That one's no good. Weiss comes to the rebound as the lane kind of opened up, but Mundelein able to corral it. Here is Weiss, and he'll hand it off to Salvador. He's going to pull up there and be fouled. I'll give that one to McKinnon. Might have been a little bit of a flop there by Salvador, but there was some contact. That's McKinnon's third. See David Jones come in at the next opportunity for Mundelein for Collierville, excuse me. Mundelein will make a sub as well.
Davy Jones. There's another blast from the past name. Member of a certain rock group that had their own television show back in the day. Any ideas? No? Gonna guess? No?
Jason
the Monkees.
Ah, there you go. Jason Dorn in for Mundelein. Salvador makes the first one and makes the second one. Lead is 8, and Coach Badgley will take a 60-second timeout. Be back in just a bit on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. Shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment technology. It's great for acute, injured tissue, new injuries per se. Also conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements, and treated a lot of foot, ankle problems. Overall, the soft wave machine is revolutionary. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping it.
Hey, you know, it's a little bit of a problem when even the commercials are glitching. So when we get finished with this game, we're just going to have to shut down the computer, and then we'll fire everything back up for the next game, which will be coming up at 1 o'clock. The Battle of Belleville, Alatoff Catholic High School in Belleville, taking on Belleville East, and that is for 7th place. So bear with us. Those of you that have tuned in to watch more games than just this one, we'll hopefully get that all figured out for you, and when we fire everything back up, hopefully it'll all take care of itself. All right, here comes Collierville. They have the 57-45 lead. Big three-point shot from the corner there, no good. And the rebound put back up, and that one rolls around the rim off of the hands of Lucier. And then we have a whistle right at the end of that. We have a foul, a dead ball foul away. Wow. All right, well, called that one against Santabanez, I guess. Excuse me. Here was a dribble drive and then a kickoff into the corner, and a three-point shot made there by Johnny Weiss. Had to wait for him to turn around to see his number. Collierville still up by 11. We're under 3 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter, and from the corner, another three-point shot. That one misses the mark, but the rebound is put back up, not in, but the whistle will send the young man to the line, and that is Kylan Alexander. Alexander only played 7 minutes in the loss to Carbondale last night, so he did not make it to the free throw line during those 7 minutes of play, and he'll get an opportunity to make it from the free throw line here. 2:48 left to play here in this fourth quarter, 59-48 in favor of the Dragons, and it stays that way after a miss there by Alexander.
And we welcome you back.
Welcome you back. I was here.
Yeah, you were. That is Demicah Gregory in for Collierville, but he misses that one. Bishop down and in a hurry, gets it right to Salvador, who Weiss,
almost had his arms taken off with that pass. He caught that ball over his head, and his arms went a little backwards behind him because that ball had so much force on it.
And Gregory might have traveled anyway, but able to throw it off of Chandramouli. Dragons will retain possession. It's a 9-point game. Mentioned it already, but it's been
What'd you do, run back up here?
Gentle, aggressive walk, we'll say.
All right.
Here is Gregory in the corner. He's cut off. And they always say never run to a microphone,
That's
right?
how Jack Buck said that, man. Don't run to a microphone, because when you get to the microphone, you're going to be going.
Anyway, here is Berkeley, who will take it up and in. Berkeley up to 16 points now. And here now is Bishop. He'll get it to Dorn, and now to Weiss. And now to Bishop, who kind of lost the ball.
Hey, he did.
Jones now to Gregory, who is fouled. I think they're going to give that one to Dorn, and that is his fourth, if it isn't on him.
While you were gone, I played the Chiropractic Works commercial, and it glitched too. So it's not just the camera, it's the computer. I do have my backup laptop in my car just in case.
I'm hearing Alexander for this guy. Do you have a different name for number 23?
Yeah, I got Kylan Alexander.
Oh, so that is not Demicah Gregory. Yeah, it's an error on the roster that I found. All right, Kylan Alexander misses that one. So apologize for that. I always want to make sure we get kids' names right. Salvador with a nice Euro step and is fouled. They're going to call it on the floor.
In the program, it does say Demicah Gregory.
But it is Kylan Alexander.
Well, that's what they have down at the scores table, so I'm guessing they're right and we're wrong, or the program's wrong. Program's been wrong before.
Yes. Foul on Berkeley, as we'll see B.J. Boyce and Peyton Woods come in for Collierville.
12-point lead, 1:45 left. I'm telling you what, man, if the Mustangs are going to make their move, they better do it now. Salvador might have some blood on his face.
Yeah, maybe a bloody nose or small.
Yeah, Coach Bagley now helping him out there.
Yeah,
Amanda Bauer is going to get up and come over and take a look. Maybe.
Yeah, I think if there is blood, he's going to have to come out of the game.
Yeah.
Right? So they will.
Yeah, they'll have to bring over Amanda Bauer, and he'll have to come out of the game.
Oh, it'll be Rogalski in to replace him. 12-point game with 105 seconds left. Inbound pass comes in to Weiss, and he will work it in now to Bishop, and he'll sling it out to Rogalski. Out now that was Dorn, and now back to Bishop. And he's surveying things. He'll drive the lane, kick it out there. Three-pointer from the corner, no good. Rebounded there by Kraft. And we have a foul. I think that one will be on Chandra Mooley.
Yep.
His third. 12-point deficit, as it's been for, as I mentioned already, most of the second half. It's just kind of floated between 9 and about 14 points. It's just kind of stayed at that for a while. Pass there now, and it'll be laid up and in by Braden Santabonzes. Lead now out to 14, which is as big as it's been in a while. Here now is Weiss. He will make some dribble moves and kick it out to Rogalski, who will launch a three-pointer, no good. Nice job there by Dorn as we're under a minute to play, and we have a foul called. I think that'll be on Jones. Nope, they're going to give that. They're going to give it to Santabonzes, his second, as Alexander re-enters. We'll see Adam Begensky come in for Mundelein, as well as Eric Fletcher.
I think I just figured out what was happening.
Cool.
All right, so just so you know, that was up in the background behind it. And see, when I brought it back, it starts to glitch.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's minimize that.
There we go.
And then it works a little better.
All right.
I think.
Maybe. Anywho, we do have a 30-second timeout taken by Coach Badgley. So we'll go ahead and take a quick break. Be back for our final 56 seconds of action here on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
We welcome you back. 56 seconds left, deficit to 14, and the inbound pass is stolen away by Collierville. And David Jones will bring it up, and he'll go ahead and lay it up and in. David Jones with his first points of the game.
Oh.
And Begensky traveled. The ball was kind of out of his reach, kind of corralled it, tried to throw it off the Collierville player, but they say he had enough control that he, by moving his feet, as he never did dribble, that is a travel.
Yeah, he was either going to be that or he was going to run out of bounds with the ball.
Yep. Turnover either way. Here is Alexander. He's cut off, and we'll get it back now to Santabonzes. And he will deflect it there by Rogalski, but Alexander will get it and put it up and in. Lead now out to 18 as Alexander nearly gets a steal, as we'll see Coach Badgley empty his bench as Dominic Seminaro and Brandon Bautista come into the game for Mundelein. Inbound pass comes into Weiss. 15 seconds remaining now. Mustangs do not need to shoot, and they may try and get a shot up here as Weiss will take a leaning 8-footer and get it to fall. Johnny Weiss up to 8 points, and that'll be a basket for pride's sake, but that'll go ahead and be the end of proceedings here as Weiss will actually get a block there as Jones went for the three. So your final score in this one, 68-52. in favor of Collierville.
And they'll end this tournament in 11th place. Mundelein into 12th place. And that's going to do it for this game. And we will take a break. And when we come back, the 1 o'clock tip-off game features the Altoff Crusaders and the Belleville East Lancers. And that's what we have coming up for you next on the K-Hawk Sports Network.